Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going CC free again with a 3-bedroom family home in Windenburg. This is on the 40 by 30 lot, which was originally Corenberg Cottage, but I bulldozed it and decided to build something new. So this one is called Riverside Cottage. It's on the lot where you can see the river behind it, so I know it's a terribly original name. But I actually built this probably like 4 weeks ago now. I've got quite a lot of builds in my backlog, and I don't really know what to do with them because now Get Famous has come out. I'm not sure if they're kind of outdated now. I don't know, I might release them just as and when, but I did this while I was on a build kick. I go through these stages where I want to build everything and anything, and I do, and everything just clicks and it works and it's great, but then other times nothing works and I hate everything, and I feel like that's natural. I know a lot of people who go through that, and I think at times like that you just need a break. I've actually kind of made a new plan for my Sims thing. Before now I have been purely building just for my enjoyment and because I love it, because I love building, I love furnishing, I love the whole creative process, and also I love the process of making YouTube videos and streaming and all that fun stuff. But I feel like now I need a little bit more. I need some structure to what I'm doing. So what I've decided to do is make a let's play, but it's not a let's play. I'm calling it a let's not play. I want to create a story. This is not groundbreaking, by the way. This is completely like been done before, so it's not like I'm inventing something brand new, but I'm gonna focus on one character and I'm going to kind of document her life from birth to death through images. So if you know me, I'm not the greatest player of The Sims 4. Building is definitely my thing. I've done a bit of gameplay on my stream and I don't really know how to do anything, but I feel like this might be a good way to learn, and also people have told me and I have realised that when you play the game you get a new appreciation for building and what you need to include and where things should go, because I feel like where I've placed items in my builds, Sims can't actually use them. That's what I found out. So just little tweaks to my build style just to make it easier for not only myself to use my builds but for you to use my builds as well. So yes, this idea came to me all of a sudden. I was like falling asleep. I swear all my ideas come at night time when I'm just about to sleep. So I made a few notes in my phone and I went to sleep, and the morning after I kind of drew up a rough plan of what I wanted to do. I made a family tree. And then later that day, I made my first family. My main character is going to be a girl, but then obviously I need to make her parents and I need to make their parents. That was kind of my idea. So her parents will obviously have to have her for me to start it from birth. So basically I'm starting with her parents. I just feel like whatever I build from now on, I can use in my story. I'm not sold on a name for this project yet. It's still in the early stages of my idea. so there's a bit of working out to do. But anyway, the build has shaped up quite quickly, as you can see. This is kind of a very me build, I would say. I love all the realism in The Sims, even though it's kind of hard to do it sometimes, but I like to try to make my builds as real as possible. So I wasn't really going for a Tudor style here, but it kind of happened. But even so, I don't really necessarily think this is Tudor. It's just fake Tudor because of the wallpaper. So it is quite big. It has a big garden. These modern bits with windows, I mean, I do that in every one of my builds, so that's no surprise. And also the conservatory at the back, I put windows all around there. And yes. So as I mentioned, the new patch and the new update and Get Famous came out this week. So I downloaded the patch, and obviously we have terrain tools now. And I tried them out on stream. First I tried them out on my own because, I mean, I had to. But then I tried them out on stream and I kind of got over them very quickly. It's been about maybe a week since the patch came out, and I find them quite tricky, but they are kind of easy at the same time. But at the same time, I don't think you need to use terrain tools in every build. It's like the glass roofs. When they came out, I feel like everyone and their mother were using a glass roof in every single build on every single roof. It's just not really necessary. Use terrain tools if you want to use terrain tools, and if you don't, then you don't have to. But I think the way I will use them is just in the back gardens and for landscaping. So in this build, I maybe would have done a little bit of a hill or a slope on the lawn, possibly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using them more, but I just think it'll take a lot of time to get used to them and what they can do. But I definitely think they're very much a game changer. I've already seen some incredible things that people have already done, so it can only get better. Plus, possibly my favourite bit of the update was the fact that we can have different levels of foundations now. Albeit they cannot be kind of touching, the walls can't be together, but I mean it gives us a lot more flexibility and gives us new things that we can do with our builds. It's a start. Maybe they might release an update in the future to let us do that. We can only hope. So back to the build. I am on a mission to finish the exteriors of my houses before I move on to the interior, and in this one I actually did that, but I have a habit of doing all the wallpapers and the windows on the exterior and leaving everything else until the end while I move on to the interior. I always thought of myself as someone who liked to build and furnish equally, but I've come to realise I preferred to furnish, I think. I guess it depends what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm feeling a build, or if I find the right inspiration picture, I can build pretty easily, but furnishing at the moment is what I really love to do. I've been doing a lot of room builds. I've actually just come out with a room build challenge on my Twitter, which is also on my Discord. It's called Roomy. Every kind of 2 weeks or once a month I'm gonna release a new room build challenge, and it's gonna have different restrictions each time. This half of the month is based on a Thanksgiving dining room. So because it's Thanksgiving on Thursday when you're watching this, I wanted to make a dining room challenge. So I mean, it's very open, the rules are very loose. I think for this one you can use any size room that you want, you can do any style, any packs, and you can also use CC, because the entries, I mean it's not really a competition, but the entries quote unquote are going to be made through screenshots, so I won't have to download or anything, so you can use CC. I just thought it was quite a fun thing to kind of focus on. Not that I need any more things to focus on, because it's coming to the end of the first semester at university and I'm kind of drowning in work. I'm in my second year, and this year I am finding it a lot harder to concentrate. This time last year I wasn't doing Twitch. I still had my YouTube and I was still loving Sims, but since I've started streaming and getting into Sims a lot more, I feel like everything else has taken a bit of a backseat. But I'm just going to try and put my head down, focus, and get this semester out of the way and learn from my mistakes, because I've started all my assignments a little too late, but all you can do is learn from it and hope for the best. So this is actually the third time that I'm trying this voiceover. The first time, when I listened back to the voiceover, it had this weird background noise and I don't know where it was coming from. I use Filmora. I wouldn't recommend it, but when I was recording in Filmora, like right on top of my video, it just sounded really odd. So then I tried using Audacity, thinking I could import it in as a file from Audacity into Filmora, but that didn't work because I had to download something and I just didn't do that. So now it's another day. I am trying Filmora again. I have tested it and I'm praying to the gods that it's going to work, because there's only so many times you can talk about the same thing on a build. Even though I've forgotten everything that I've said in the past voiceovers, but that's okay. But we are nearly finished on the ground floor of this house. This is a cute living room. I've actually used the base game couches there in the cream colour. I think they look really nice. They're very homely. The other swatches I think is a green and a brown, and they're not so nice. But this cream one's quite nice. I think I put a toy box there as well. I did a kids room, which we'll see later, so it's very much a family home. There's also an office downstairs. To the left you can see there's a really big kitchen, and then the dining room is in the conservatory, and there's a more formal dining room next to that. There's also a utility room off of the kitchen with the washing machine and tumble dryer. But honestly, after trying to play in The Sims, I don't know how anyone doesn't uninstall Laundry Day, because oh my god, hats off to you if you manage to get all your laundry done all the time. Oh boy, that is demanding. I didn't realise that even if you don't have a washing machine or tumble dryer in your build, you still have to do your laundry. So I think you have to actually uninstall the pack, which is a shame, because then you can't use the items, because there are some really nice items in your Laundry Day, like that rug that you can see in the hallway. But they're just so needy with their washing, and you know, I haven't got time for it. So this is the formal dining room. It's very simple. It's just got a table, chairs, standard dining room things. This is one of the bedrooms. I think this actually might be a 4-bedroom house, actually, not 3. I've used the Caribbean wallpaper that we got in the patch before, the Get Famous one, but not with the pattern, the plain swatch. The one gripe that I have with that wallpaper is that they didn't include a plain swatch for every pattern variation. I think that was a really big shame, because I feel like using the pattern all the way around a room is a little bit overwhelming. So it's nice for a feature wall, but I have found that there are similar colour variations in the Parenthood panel wallpaper, and I think there's also a base game one, so that's how I get around it. I don't think I'd figured that out at this point. So this is the kids' room. This gingham wallpaper I am in love with recently. I've been doing CC free builds for the last 2 weeks in preparation for the patch. But actually, in fact, none of my CC broke, it was just the mods. I've actually just started using mods. I installed MC Command Center and the UI Cheats extension, which is just fabulous. But yes, I tend to go on CC detoxes, as I like to call them, every couple of months, just so I can explore what's in the game, challenge myself a bit more. But then when I go back to my CC, the colours and the matching opportunities and all that stuff, it feels so good. But I have decreased my CC collection quite considerably. I am trying to only use Peacemaker. I have a few other creators that I like Plum Bob Tea Society, but if I was to use them, then it would be like EA content and Plum Bob Tea Society instead of everything in one, if you see what I mean, because I think it's quite handy to provide CC links where I can, and if I just limit to one creator, it's a lot easier to do that. But if you haven't heard of Plum Bob Tea Society, they are basically the Maxis Match queens. I think they were women. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't say. But unfortunately, they have kind of disbanded. Is that how you'd say it? They're not creating content anymore, which is such a shame. But they have 3 really awesome sets, or is it 2? They have a garden stuff pack. Romantic garden? No, that's EA. It's Cottage Garden, that's what it's called. They have the Cottage Garden and they have a Rustic Romance set, which is like a wedding set, and it's so beautiful. They basically take items from the game and either modify them a bit or separate them. So it's completely Maxis Match. I want to start doing showcases of different CC creators like I did with Peacemaker. That's gone on a bit of a hiatus accidentally. But he has just brought out a new kitchen and also new wallpapers, so I may reignite that sometime. I included the bathroom in this build. I don't think I normally do that because all my bathrooms are quite similar. They're always using these spa day tiles on the floor and the walls, and then I'm using the Seasons sink, the Seasons shower I believe, and then the Seasons bath. So it's basically a Seasons bathroom. I think kitchens are my favourite thing to build in The Sims. I am a sucker for kitchens, but I do like bathrooms as well. I like to create luxurious and very big bathrooms. So this one is not your regular family bathroom, but I'm all about the style. So we are coming to the end of this build. I will have another build out on Thursday. It's going to be a special collab to do with Thanksgiving actually. So make sure to look out for that. Other than that, I will be back with a Get Famous video next Monday. So I hope you all had a really great weekend. I hope you have a fabulous week. Don't forget, I stream on Twitch 3 times a week, and the best place to catch up with me is on my Twitter. All my links are going to be down in the description below, as will my Origin ID where you can download this build. It is chloessims with 2 E's and 2 S's. And I will catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!